Shalom Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shabbarakathum, to all of Israel. Shalom Yahweh, Shamar, Alatah, Bashem Yahweh Shata. Sisters, this is the Isupk Las Vegas, and we started out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, and we are under Commanding General Yohana. And we teach the Bible and the truth of the Bible to the Native Indians, man, the Hispanic man, the Black man, everyone of the 12 tribes, you know what I'm saying, the so-called forgotten people, the minorities on the earth, the true minorities, the actual majorities, but who America and our oppressor classifies as the minorities. You understand? And all we have is each other. And the reason that we need this truth is because we are the people that's going through hell. We are the people that's going through hell, man. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this real quick. Give me 1 second. One second. All right. All right. So if you are tuning into this class, please like, share, and subscribe as I do the following as well. Give me 1 second while I share this broadcast. And if you don't know, man, you've been watching the news, man. Our oppressor is just insanely wicked, man. He is insanely wicked. In no way, shape, or form should be ever fit to rule over the chosen people of the Most High, man. And it's sad how we lobby for our oppressor to rule over us, man. How we are advocates for our oppressor to rule over us, and it's ridiculous how we run to him just so that we can basically get everything that we need. You know what I'm saying? We run our oppressor for everything. We are a people that is supposed to lead over the people. We're supposed to lead over each other. You understand? We're supposed to govern our own self, man. But we can't in this land because we too busy worried about what the oppressor has for us. We too busy destroyed from the little things that the oppressor has given us, man. Our enemies have found a way to seduce us into being submissive to them. You understand? And we're here to get that courage back, man, to teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives to have their courage and to continue with their courage and never let our enemies, you understand, lead us into the valley of death that we're headed to right now. That's why the Isupk, we're here to lead us out of that dark place. We're here to lead us out of, you understand, the dead state that we are in currently, man. You understand? We are in a dead state, and our oppressor knows that we are in a dead state. Our oppressor is a vile beast, man, and we're gonna bring it out today because y'all don't know, man. Like I brought out last week, the White House is full of cocaine addicts, man. You understand? It's full of cocaine addicts, drug users, and drug dealers, and we are at their mercy because we don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Because we don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, our oppressor is able to get away with committing atrocities behind the closed doors and in front of us right on camera, man. You understand? We the only nation that gets murdered on the camera, on camera, and no, and never get justice. If that ain't a oppressed people or a slave people, then what is? You understand? Our oppressor knows that we are weak and feeble-minded. You understand, and that we pretty much can be down, that they can run and rule over us with an iron fist, and nobody's gonna come to our defense. And this is why it's important that we stay away from voting for them to rule over us, because either way it go, we lose. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, we lose. It doesn't matter who wins the election. Blacks, Hispanics, and natives is gonna lose. They're gonna lose, man. Look at the condition that we in. We've had a so-called black president, and what changed? Nothing changed. We still in the same slums. We still in the same ghettos, and nothing has changed. And people always, and it's just a repeat of history, man. We brought out last week that we should, according to the scriptures, that we should put only someone righteous over us, one of our people over us, right? That's in Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Only put someone amongst your brethren over you. That's the only people that should be ruling over us. Someone that's from our nation, right? Joe Biden ain't from your nation. Donald Trump ain't from your nation. And all these black people think that they're going to vote their way out of poverty. It's not going to happen. You're not going to vote your way into reparations, and you're not going to vote your way out of poverty. You understand? You've been sent here to serve out your captivity. However, we can return unto the Lord during our captivity. We're going to bring that out in the scriptures, man. We're going to bring this out in the scriptures on how to serve the Lord in captivity. You know what I'm saying? In captivity, we are to return to our law, statutes, and commandments. That's the secret recipe on how to be successful in this wicked kingdom. You understand? You have to turn on to the Lord, man. The Lord has to be your refuge, man. You can't do it yourself. There's nothing, no way you're not gonna make enough money to fight oppression, man. You understand? Money does help. Don't get it twisted. You need money. Money helps. However, you're not gonna get rich enough to get your way out of oppression, man. You understand? As you can see, ask Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was rich enough to get out of captivity, to basically be accepted, and that he can do what he wants to do because he has money. You know what I'm saying? And he had to learn a hard lesson. Kanye West had to learn a hard lesson. And many people, Nick Cannon, the so forth and so on. You can't even talk about what you want to talk about. You understand? This is only up to the men of the Lord. You a rich man in this kingdom, man, and you black, you have something to lose. And that oppressor knows that he's giving you everything that you have. And at any moment, he can take it away. That's why he encourages us to vote and for us to play the game, because it shows that we are a good slave, that we believe in our slave master. You understand? But once you understand that the only king that's going to rule over our nation is Christ, and that your mind, body, and spirit should belong to the Most High in Christ, and that you're supposed to be focused in on our kingdom that is to come, not the kingdom that's right here, man. You understand? If you do reach success in this kingdom, there's nothing wrong with having success and having money and, you know what I'm saying, having influence and all these things. But if you're not serving the Most High with that money, success, and influence, then you won't know how to navigate in this world. You understand? You won't have people that's going to come to your defense. Everybody's going to turn on you because they're programmed to love the oppressor as well. And they're going to look at you like you stupid. You understand? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at you like you stupid because these people, you know what I'm saying, that don't know any better, that don't have a dime, you understand? They're trying to get to the point of where you at. And they're willing to turn their back on their people to get there. They just look at you like you know, why mess up some money to save your people or to speak out on something that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, come November, the elections, uh, come November, the elections. Hey, shalom. Hey, come November, the elections come around. You understand? This is not this. Is, I shouldn't see black people running to them polls, man, because at the end of the day, we were sent here to serve out our captivity, man. And in that captivity, the only thing we should be focused on is us returning to uh, our nation. You know what I'm saying? Returning to our people, our laws, our statutes, and our commandments, man. It's not about you trying to find success uh, in this wicked kingdom, man. You understand? This wicked kingdom ain't for us. You understand? This is a kingdom of the Edomites, and we have to separate ourselves from the Edomites. You're not separating yourself from the so-called oppressor, which is the Edomite nation. Then what are you doing? You get what I'm saying? We are better than them. We are above them, and the only way we're gonna prove that we above them is through keeping the law, statutes, and through our laws, our culture. Our culture gives us the advantage over them. The minute you start to vote, you start to believe in American culture, you are put at a disadvantage because now you're at their mercy. You're in their culture. You're in their game. You understand? And you're not gonna beat them at their own game. That's just not what. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just not gonna happen. So we want to stay away from trying to win in this captivity, man, other than for us to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand? You're not gonna win at the polls. No matter which candidate you vote for, you will lose. You absolutely will be destroyed continually, and no president is gonna free you. And I'm gonna show you. You understand where it tells you this in the curses. In the book of Deuteronomy, it tells you that no man shall buy you. Man. You understand? Let me get that. Let me get Deuteronomy. Let me pull that up. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Get that. All right. It says, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. This is speaking on us coming into the land of bondage, the house of bondage, again with ships. This is our slavery. This is how blacks, Hispanic, Salaki, this is our so-called blacks. The northern kingdom was already here, but the southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes and the Haitians and the Jamaicans and the people of the Caribbeans, also the northern kingdom as well, were sent to serve in Spain, you know what I'm saying, in Europe, you understand, with ships. They shipped them out first before the transatlantic slave trade, you understand? But however, it says that we shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way that whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. Speaking of our homeland, speaking of Israel, the land of the Middle East. We are the people. Those people over there, they're not the real Jews because they're in the land. The Bible said that we're not going to see that land again. You understand? We're not going to be over there in that land. You understand? And we're not the majority over there in that land. You know what I'm saying? There's some few sprinkle of black, Hispanics, and Native possibly over there. You know what I'm saying? For sure, black people, sure the so-called Negro tribe, but for the most part, the masses of our people are here in America serving out in this captivity under the Edomites. And it's saying that we shall not see it no more again, speaking on our land. And ye shall be sold unto your enemies, man. These people that we were sold to was our enemies, and they still are. You understand? They still are our enemies. You understand? This is how the Lord classified the people that would the children of Israel would be sold onto, our enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Man, that scripture is so heavy, man. No man shall buy you. That means President Biden, Bush, whoever, Obama, Biden, and Bush, the three B's, Trump, none of them is going to buy you. Nobody's going to redeem you from this captivity that we're in. You have to remember that. When it tells you that no man shall buy you, then we are here to serve in captivity, man. And that the Lord is punishing us. However, we can return onto the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? In the place of captivity. And we're gonna bring that out. I'm gonna bring that out real quick. Just because we in bondage doesn't mean that we can't return onto the Lord, man. You understand? We gonna return onto the Lord, man. 1 second. Because this is important for us to realize this. It's not too late. This is how you escape. You know what I'm saying? This is how you escape captivity. You get what I'm saying? Returning on to the Lord. You understand? The Lord is our refuge. This is not for us to, you know what I'm saying, take lightly. You know what I mean? We have to return onto the Most High. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Let me get that real quick. But yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, listen. Second, we get that in we're gonna pull it. I'm pull a couple scriptures. Psalms 9:9. Let's get that. We'll just show you that the Lord is our place of refuge, man. Pull a couple of these scriptures, man. These scriptures should motivate you when you in this captivity, man, to not try to fall for the fair speeches, man, about them telling them that they're gonna return us, you know what I'm saying, that they're gonna give black folks reparations and all these things, man, and all these good things and speaking nice to us. Listen, don't forget that the Lord didn't make us foolish, man. And this is the book of Psalms, chapter 9, verse 9. It says, the Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed. That is us right now. You understand? We are the oppressed. The Lord is our refuge, man. Ain't no president gonna be the refuge. Do you not understand George Washington had slaves? All of the founding fathers of America were slave masters. You understand? And these are people that the American government holds in high regard. They don't care that they had slaves. They don't give a damn that your grandfathers and grandmothers were in chains by these people, man, and put on reservations by these people. You know what I'm saying? And murdered and slaughtered by these people. America holds these people in with much respect, and they give them a recognition, whether it be a statue or a day, a President's Day, or whatever memorabilia that they have to commemorate these presidents, the same people that had you in bondage. You understand? And that right there lets you know that this place is a disgusting place, man, and that must be destroyed, man, according to the Most High God, man, according to the Bible. It says the Lord will also be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. You understand? Verse 10, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. That's what we're trying to tell you, man. What name is it talking about when it says they that know thy name? Who could tell me what name it's talking about? We're in the book of Psalms, chapter 9, verse 10. Tell me, we'll read it again. It says, the Lord will also be we're going to start from verse 9. The Lord will also be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And verse 10, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord, has not forsaken them that seek thee. Who is that? They that know thy name. You understand? Who is that? Come on now. Y'all know this. This is simple, man. because only certain people should know. We should know who it's talking about. You understand? Somebody in the chat for something going on with the feed. Is the feed okay? Can somebody who's watching tell me if the feed is okay? One second. Let me see if I can share this again. All right, give me a second. Like I said, we in Psalms 9 and 10. It says, "And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee." Who is the they that know thy name? For time's sake, I'm gonna give it to you. If you don't know the answer, if you do, chime in, type it in the chat, show me that you are paying attention to the class. I'll give you a couple more seconds. We got a couple more people that just came in the room. All right, for the sake of time, man, it's the Israelites, man, us, those that call themselves Israel, man. You got to think, if you came out of this captivity, I mean, Salagi came out the world, you know who your heritage is, you know your lineage, you know that you are one of the 12 tribes of the Most High, man. God's chosen people, man. So you're gonna lean on the Most High for to be your refuge, and He's gonna deliver you from that captivity that He put you in. Once again, we're gonna go to Amos 9 and 4, give you more on how the Lord sent you here to serve out your captivity, man. It's not a place where you're supposed to be partying and living deliciously. You here to be to serve out a punishment, man. And I know it doesn't sound uh I know it sounds harsh, but you understand, this is what we here for. We here to serve out a punishment. That doesn't mean you have to be how can I say, that doesn't mean you have to just give up on life. Come to the Lord. Hey, Shalom Yahweh Shem Yah Shabarakatah. No cowards Richmond. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alatah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, sister. Amanabath. Yes. Let me just show you that the Lord, we are here to serve out our punishment, man. And that doesn't mean that we have to be weak. That doesn't mean we have to just give up on life. However, this is not the place where you're supposed to be obviously celebrating the holidays. It's not the place for you to be voting for your favorite candidate. That you putting too much trust in your enemies, man. We just read in Deuteronomy 28 and 68 that we were sold onto our enemies. Our enemies is the one who built up America's government system. You understand? Who built up their financial system. And I'm not saying don't play the games as far as investing in stocks. I'm not saying don't go to work. I'm not saying don't pay your taxes. I'm not saying any of that. However, this is not a place for you to be sitting up somewhere thinking that you're going to be something that you're not, man. It's not a place that you should have dreams and aspirations on making it to the top. You shouldn't be thinking about who your next mayor is going to be in one of these cities. You shouldn't be thinking about who your next governor is going to be in one of these cities. That doesn't pertain to you. That's for them that run this kingdom. You understand? This is their kingdom. You understand? And this is not a place where we supposed to be worried about who's going to be the next enemy over us. You understand that? We have a job to do right here in this captivity, man. We're going to read it in Amos. Amos 9 and 4. It says, and though they go into captivity before their enemies once again, This is speaking of us being in captivity before our enemies. This is your state in America, right? This is the Lord doing this to us. You understand? Thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. It shall set for evil, not for good. You know what I'm saying? So like it set his eyes on us for evil, not for good. Meaning he's gonna be a enemy to us in this land if we're not keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. He gave us a way out of it. He redeemed us through Christ. This is obviously the Old Testament, right? But it's speaking about how we got here. Am I still froze? No Coward Richmond. I know it just blacked in and out. I don't know what's going on with the signal today. Is I'm looking at the signal is going in and out right here. Give me a second. Am I still froze? Somebody let me know if it's still froze. Am I still froze, y'all? Let me check the feed real quick and see if it's still froze. Okay. Hey, the water, sis, the water. Right? So we just read how it said that the Lord is gonna be a enemy to us, right? And sent us like the Lord will command a sword, man. That's us. You gotta understand a sword of the Most High, man. Who can name some y'all in the chat? Name some of the swords of the Most High, man. Because the Lord has many swords. And think of things that without giving the answer. Name a sword from the Most High, Baba Kashah, if y'all can. Because it says, and it shall slay them. You understand? I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds to answer that. But yeah, let me hear some swords of the Most High, man. Sister said COVID. I think that's what she meant by that. Yes, that would be considered what a yeah, COVID. I think that would fall under a plague, right? That's perfect. That's perfect. What else? Give me some more. That's exactly one of the swords of the Most High. And you know how many family members I lost to COVID? All that bad dieting and bad eating and done caught up with us, and we ended up, people dying because it affects people differently, right? Those that have different health ailments, COVID affects you differently. You know what I'm saying? Myself, I was hit with COVID a couple times, but I was through the grace of the Most High, I was able to survive. Police brutality, absolutely. Our enemy being a vicious monster. You know what I'm saying? That the Lord has unleashed Esau on us to terrorize us. You understand? Not in the way that he's been doing as far as slaying us. You know what I'm saying? In that aspect, but just us not having no regard for us as a people, man. Having no, as the scriptures say, no regard for the old or the young, man. Killing them old and young, man. Women and children. Everybody can get it from Esau. You understand? Esau knows his purpose and he is over killing us. You understand? That is a sword of the Most High. That's in the curses. That a nation was going to come swift as an eagle. You understand? And that's exactly what them damn police officers come swift. If you don't know it, try driving down the street one day and then looking in your rear view. I don't know about y'all, but it's almost like the police just magically appear behind you. You never see them. It's rare. I think I can count on my hands maybe the few times that I ever seen when the police actually I pass them and they come out and swoop behind me. Usually it just be out of nowhere. I'll be just minding my business. It'd be the one or two times that I didn't look behind me. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, they right there. Now I got to, you know what I'm saying, start to look safe and make sure I'm, and that's a shame. That feeling that you get when the police get behind you. And I'm in the truth, and I serve the Lord and all of these things, but I still feel a sense of I don't want to interact with these people, man. I don't know if it's gonna go left or right. They swear everybody's a drug dealer that's black and has criminal Hannibal Lecter or something. They treat you like you Hannibal Lecter. You know what I'm saying? Let's name some more swords that the Most High has to use at His arsenal. Right, right. The Lord has when you think of the Lord, man, He's in control of everything. If the Lord wanted to cause famine, right? The Lord can cause famine. He can cause food shortages right now on the land. You understand? If he wanted the animals to attack, he could have the animals attack people. Look at I think it was I seen a clip on Instagram where them fake Jews out there in Israel was getting them birds was coming down pecking at them. I don't know about you, but I definitely wouldn't want a bird coming down pecking at me, man. Imagine that. Just imagine this how powerful the Most High is. Imagine him sending a swarm of eagles or hawks or something, some big giant birds with razor sharp feet to come claw at you. That would be almost indefensible. I think that'd be worse than I would rather shit hit me with a nuclear bomb or something. Excuse my language, but I don't think I want animals to just randomly attack me. You know what I'm saying? Sis said the fires burning everywhere and wars in Ukraine. Absolutely, them fires, man, been killed. Look, them fires. Look, them fires is so devastating, man. It's starting on one country and affecting another, man. Them Canada fires came all the way to New York, Chicago. The sky was orange. You know the air quality. Just imagine what fire can do. And that ain't even fire. That fire is miles, hundreds of miles away from these places, and it's still affecting America. So the Lord is a cold power, man. You understand? He is a power that is not to be played with, man. You understand? Imagine waking up and you surrounded by fires that nobody can put out. That's hell right there. The Lord has the power to do that to you. People be thinking about going to a fight when you die, a fiery furnace or pit. The Lord can make that fiery pit appear right here on earth, right now. You understand? Let one of them wildfires get hit up California again. Them damn Edomites living in them mountains in the Malibu and all them high up places, man. They learn quickly that them $1 million houses is worth nothing once a fire is in the neighborhood. You are not safe. You are not protected. You cannot run from that. And there's nothing that man can do to stop it. You understand? There's nothing that he can do to stop it. Right? They don't have the technology to put out hundreds of acres of fire. It's gonna take forever. They have to deliver helicopters full of water or whatever that stuff is that they dropping on the fires to put it out. But that takes forever. Them fires be burning for days. Tornadoes, earthquakes, all of these things devastate man. You understand? This is the Lord that you serve. This is the Lord that sent us, you know what I'm saying, to command the sword, man. You understand? We're suffering from all of these afflictions, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily the tempest that the Lord sends, but definitely the plagues, definitely the violence, definitely, you know what I'm saying, the famine, you understand? And it's not the type of famine that's the crops, but when you have a enemy that's controlling the resources, he's gonna make sure he has plenty, and you have nothing. He could smite you with blindness. You understand that? Not blindness is where you can't see a Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles blindness, but blindness to just be oblivious to who your enemies are, who's doing the damage to you. And a lot of our brothers and sisters, they are afflicted and smited with blindness. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the number one thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still in that Christian church. They're still, you know what I'm saying, voting. I talk to people all the time, people in the world, and they telling me the opposite. They telling me I got to get prepared to vote coming up in this next election. If you don't vote, then you're the reason why things are not getting, black people are not getting the help. You remember in '08, we voted at record breaking numbers. Record breaking numbers. We put Obama in there, record breaking numbers. Voted, voted, voted. It was Puff Daddy and all of them. Vote or die, vote or die. You understand? And all of these people, celebrities, Jay-Z, Beyonce, LeBron James, all of these people, you know what I'm saying, go vote, go vote. Make sure you cast your vote. Vote. It's vote or die. And we just died. We voted and died. It should have been vote and die, not vote or die. Vote and die. Because that's exactly what happened to us. We voted and we still was getting killed by the police. We voted and we were still on welfare. You understand? So this is the lesson that you should learn. When the Lord said he sent us here, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna read it again. Amos 9:4. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence I will command the sword, and it shall slay them, and I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. So the things that we're going through is spiritual. You understand? We have angered our father. Your father ain't Joe Biden. Your father ain't Donald Trump. You understand? Some of y'all want them to be y'all daddies, but no, that's not our father. Our father is the God in the heavens, and we have to make it right with him. And he said not to set anyone above us that's not our brother. And we're gonna read that again from last week, just in case y'all didn't know. This is in the Bible. We'll get Exodus 17 and 15. In 1 second, we gotta pull it just to give a reference point. Just to get a reference point. Is the book of Exodus, chapter Salaki, 15 and 17. Salaki. Oh no. Let me get that right. That's not right. I'm tripping. It's not Exodus. It's Deuteronomy. Salaki. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. I know I wasn't tripping. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Talking about Exodus, trying to freestyle. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Once again, this is why the Lord said don't vote. You understand? For one, we have to have our people over us. So voting is going to put your enemy over you. And the Lord said he sent us here for us to serve in our captivity. You understand? And the Lord set his eyes upon us for evil, not for good, right? In our captivity, man. However, we can win our Father back. You understand? Christ gave us the opportunity to be redeemed. That's why Christ came and was the sacrifice. You understand? He blotted out our sins that we committed. You understand? In the past. Now that he sacrificed his life for us, now we should not be sinning. We should not be going against us setting a king over us. We should not be going against the word of God telling us not to set a king over us. You understand? Christ died for us to have him as our king. If y'all so much love, everybody's in love with Jesus. All the women, the church women, y'all love Jesus. Y'all married to Jesus. You're married to Jesus. Lord of Christ. It's like y'all married to Jesus. You understand? And I didn't, y'all married to Jesus so much. Why y'all not serving him? Why y'all not serving the Most High? You understand? Y'all married to Christ. You supposed to be serving the Lord, man. Not out here serving our enemies and out here putting them over us, over you. Right? Let me get we'll get another one too. Another one on that topic. Give me 1 second. Let me get it. We already got Psalms 99. Second Chronicles 7 and 14. Let's get that. Let's get Second Chronicles. Give me 1 second. Let's get that. Yeah. Yep. The Lord says we supposed to serve him. We supposed to be serving the Most High. Not these not our enemies, man. Sis, go ahead. Yeah, Second Chronicles 7 and 14. I'm gonna get that for you. Let me know when you get there. All right. All right. So Second Chronicles. Let me get it in the. I have it on my phone. Let me get it in the scriptures. This is the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. You understand? The Lord wants us to. I didn't read not one part that says we should vote. Did you? I don't know about me. It says, did you see it where it said we should vote? Exactly. I didn't see that in the scripture at all, where it says we should vote and that the Lord will that he will forgive us and will heal their land. You understand? The Lord is waiting on us to do these things, man. Once again, my people, which are called by my name. You understand? This is us. We the prince of the power, right? The Most High is the Most High power. We are the prince of the power. Yasha Allah, right? If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves, that's a big part of it. Our people, we not humble enough. You understand? We thinking we know everything. We thinking that we can just do any and everything, right? Everybody trying to sell the most dope. They trying to work as hard as they can. That's not gonna get you out of the conditions that you in. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there trying to, do the most in this captivity. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord just wants you to humble yourself, have a humble spirit. You're gonna see that's big in the Bible. Being humble, being a humble people. You understand? That's something that a lot of black people, we got so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we got a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying? We don't want people to tell us what to do. You understand? We don't want to follow instructions. We don't want to follow, orders. We don't want to come under leadership. You know what I'm saying? That's to you fake Israelites. Y'all ain't humble enough. You understand? You don't want to come under command and general Yana. Everybody want to do their own thing. They want to pick up the knowledge, watch the classes, and then turn and go become an individual like, you know what I'm saying? And go teach and start up your own, whatever you call it. But you have to be a humble people. Humble yourself. That's what the Lord wants us to be. Humble to him, man. Understanding that the Lord is our refuge. You understand? The Lord is our salvation. Right? And pray. Man, that prayer is powerful. First, you got to get rid of that sin you in. The Lord say He do not hear prayers of sinners. You understand? So you gonna pray. You have to be a humble individual and pray to the Most High, man, and ask for His forgiveness. Ask for His leadership, His guidance. You understand? Say the Lord's daily prayer. You understand? Ask for His will to be done on this earth as it is done in the heavens. That's to make a righteous government on this earth. That's what we should be seeking. A righteous government on the earth, not a wicked one. Go ahead, sis.
And then you have to be obedient.
Absolutely. That's a part of being humble, right? Obedience.
Supposed to be.
If you not obedient, then if you're not being humble, then how you gonna be obedient? You can't tell people nothing. People don't, You know how many black people you try and tell, put them on with something? They already know. Oh man, I already know. All these people that already, I'm spiritual already. I don't go to church or nothing, but I'm spiritual. I don't read the Bible, but God loves me, and I know He do. We have a personal relationship. That's not being humble. If we're sitting here and the men of the Lord telling you how to serve the Most High, how to get Him to turn off the evil that He's allowing to happen to us, you know what I'm saying, and to get us out these conditions, then that's a part of what you said. You have to be obedient to the men that's teaching you these scriptures and telling you how to get out of your hell. You understand? And it starts with praying as well, right? You got to pray to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Let your Father hear. You ask for, help. That's showing that you believe in Him. You're trusting in the Most High through your prayer. You understand? You're not out here just. And prayer, it's a twofold, right? Prayer means it's not just magically gonna happen. You praying and you believing, and you going to get things done. You understand? You making a difference. You praying and you're seeking. What it say? And seek. And I don't know why the internet connection keep going in and out like that. How long does it stay frozen when it does that? It just clicks in and out. Okay. Huh?
Small hats are doing it. They start doing that playing general show.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on with
the
that.
music started playing and everything. It was doing like that, and then
I think
son had got on and it just was buffering, so they took it off. I'm sure they'll fix it up. And
I think the internet everywhere I've been, the internet been going in and out. They were talking about it online. They were saying that the internet's supposed to be out for a month. And who knows? Who knows what's going on? That could be true. It could be fake. It could be who knows with that. Just
the internet go out. We still got our telephone. We can call.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're gonna do what we gotta do. We're just gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep it moving. But yeah, it says, pray and seek my face. And what people don't understand, when you seeking the Lord's face, man, I mean you seeking the men of the Lord. We are a representation of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He's not talking about seek His face literally, right? No man has seen the face of the Most High. He's talking about seek His representatives. You understand? We represent the Most High. Just like when a angel appeared to the prophets, they represent the Most High. You understand? When a prophet appears to the people, he represents the Most High. Christ represented the Most High. You understand? These are the representation. These are the faces of the Lord. It's just like anybody else that, you understand, you're the face of the league or you're the face of a company, right? You're not the actual company. You're the face of the company. You the person that they sending out there to tell you what the company is about, to set the company rules and structure and guidelines in place. You understand? You have to seek the Lord's people, man. You can't be a person that's out there reading the scriptures on your own. There's nothing wrong with reading it in your spare time, but you can't be a person out there trying to interpret these scriptures by yourself and don't seek the face of the Lord, man. And turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Man. The Lord says, then He will hear us from heavens. You understand? We have to do all of these things, and then that's the way to get out of the hellish condition that we in America. Not through voting. You understand? Not through voting. Let's see if there's any more on that real quick. Give me 1 second. I think that's it as far as I'll come back to it, but we can Baruch 2 and 30. Let's get Baruch 2 and 30, man, just to show you what type of people we are and why we are in the condition we are in. Baruch 2 and 30. 1 second. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves." Once again, this goes a perfect precept to what we just read in Second Chronicles. In the land of our captivities we shall remember ourselves. That's big and important. You understand? We are a stiff-necked people. The Lord know we hard-headed. We don't listen. We don't pay attention to what we supposed to do. You understand? We too busy worried about what's the latest news in Kiki Palmer, and if she's cheating on her man, or if who's Usher's next victim. You know what I'm saying? We too infatuated with that type of stuff. We infatuated with sports. We infatuated with all of the things that we not supposed to be infatuated with, partying. The next album that's coming out musically. You know what I'm saying? The Lord say we are a stiff-necked people. Let's read that from the beginning again. This is Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves." The Lord know what type of people He's dealing with, and He made it possible that we was gonna go into captivity, but it would take us going into captivity where we would remember ourselves, man. Just remember that. Remember that the next time that you vote for a president or want to vote for a president, remember that the Lord is waiting on you to remember yourselves. What are you trying to remember? What are we trying to remember, sis? When it says remember ourselves, what are we trying to remember?
And we belong to the Most High. We belong to the Most High. And in order for us to live, we simply have to obey the statutes, the laws, and the commands that were written aforetime for our life.
God. The sis said that we got to remember that we belong to the Lord, and that these laws, statutes, and commandments is our God, is our light. You understand? That's remembering yourself. Coming back to the laws. It all centers back to our culture. If you sitting here celebrating 4th of July, you're voting, that's not remembering yourself. You get what I'm saying? The Lord, these scriptures, it's important because you don't understand that there's nothing you're gonna do other than serve the Most High. That's the only answer to the equation. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody trying to put 2 plus 2 and make a different answer, it's always gonna equal 4. You get what I'm saying? And that 4 represents it is temporary. You understand? It's gonna be some temporary solution. Money is only temporary. Trust me. I just seen a post where Gilbert Arenas, I don't know how true it is. I just read the title. This is a basketball player, Gilbert Arenas, and he said he made over hundreds of millions of dollars in the NBA and still ain't happy. Like, he's still not, he's just doesn't, he's not fulfilled. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Jackson was like,
right? Michael Jackson. Who else? Who else? A lot of you see that a lot of. Let me see if I can pull up the headlines
Whitney Houston.
and see if I can pull it up because I don't want to quote nothing that's not true. I don't know what source it was.
You know they weren't happy because it was drugging.
You said what's this?
They weren't happy. They weren't content. They were drugging. With all that money they had, they were trying to reach another place. They weren't happy with all the success that they had.
No, absolutely. These you got to understand. These people. It's yeah. Here you go right here. It says Gilbert Arenas says he felt miserable when he retired at the age of 32 with 100 million. Wake up at 5:30 a.m. What the f do I do with this time? Well, with $100 million, Gilbert Arenas, you could wake up and help feed your
Feed some
people.
people. That's right.
You get what I'm saying? Come on
Everybody.
here and get in some all black, and we'll give you a purpose. You can
Absolutely.
go hand out some food and some clothes. You can get on that corner and preach the destruction of this kingdom and show our people their transgressions, man. That's what you can do, right?
And what kind of skill does he have?
He played NBA basketball. It says but things aren't always that easy. Money can't buy happiness. Gilbert Arenas explained in the interview why, despite being retired, 32-year-old worth 100 million, he was miserable. Trying to find out who the f he is. Said he asked what he did post retirement. Miserable.
I wonder how many times he went and help somebody. I mean, they look like him. We're talking about, you know, the, the things that the people pick out, the propaganda charities. I mean, really went and helped somebody.
Right. Well, these people, you got to realize too, man. America, it's like you spend so much of your time and dedication. These people have been playing basketball from the age of 5 to 30. For 20, 30 years of their life, they playing basketball, and that's all they know. They don't know any other life. They got money, but they don't have nothing else going for themselves because they didn't learn anything else. They were controlled and conditioned to shut up and dribble.
Hmm.
You understand? So they can't be productive people in society post basketball because they don't know how to adjust. Their life was centered around being prepared to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And that's the thing about this kingdom, man. It will have you can translate that to everybody, right? Everybody's focused in on their career. They don't have time to mentally capacity to think about the spiritual side to life. You know what I'm saying? It takes a certain individual, it takes sacrifice to be able to focus in on your people and changing yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are flawed with $100 million. Who's gonna tell you anything? You got $100 million. You got a bunch of people around you telling you, "Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're
Oh,
right."
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all day long. Ain't nobody trying to go against you because the minute they do, they feel like they're gonna get cut off. You get what I'm saying? And this is what society teaches you to aspire to do. Forego any moral code and get money. And then when you get the money, you'll be sitting around looking like I can't trust nobody. So you can't really invite people around you because you're so scared somebody's gonna steal from you, and they will steal from you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. You're absolutely right. They're gonna steal from you. They're gonna find a way to forge your signature on a check or something to get them a couple $1,000 out you because they know you gonna just go party and they gotta worship you when they're around you, and you're not gonna give them no real money or put them in a position. You just a tag along to make them look good, even more strong and powerful because now they got an entourage, this big crew of people around them that's happy, but with that happiness, people are looking at them from the side like, look at this dude. They looking at you like you stupid. Half these athletes don't realize the people that's with them sitting there poor and don't have nothing going. They looking at you while you sit there and blow all your money stupidly. Like, man, look at this idiot. I should steal from him because he don't deserve. Look, he ain't gonna do nothing but go to the strip club and throw 100,000. But I asked him for $10,000 or 100,000 to start a business, a business plan. He gonna look at me like, well, what if it failed?
Well,
How you know?
How money back from the women you making it rain?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But that's how our people are. Our people are still. The Bible just we read it. Let's read it again. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. This is who we are. We are a stiff-necked people. The Lord give you the blueprint and the way to get out of this captivity. And what do? Do the opposite. Goes back to the other scripture. We gotta humble ourselves, man. Seek the face of the Most High and pray. You understand? You people don't understand how simple it is. Not saying you're gonna become a multimillionaire overnight, but guess what? If you're gonna suffer with your brothers and sisters that's suffering too, and you're gonna suffer for the Lord. And the Lord is gonna look at your suffering and know that you suffered for his name's sake. Right? You suffering for Christ's sake. I say righteous suffering. Everybody look at that and they think the Bible and y'all a bunch of pathetic people that you just wanna. You think that's lit, or that's what life is about, suffering. They look down on that. They don't understand. But then when you get rich and you telling people you know how stupid you sound when you got 100 million and you talking about you ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I'd rather be broke and thinking that, hey, you know what? I'm suffering righteously, and what I'm going through, I'm doing it for the Most High, and I'm gonna stay loyal to the Lord through this suffering and endure. You understand, until Christ come back, and that way the Most High let Him change my condition, than to me go out here and turn on everything I love and everyone I know and go put my head down and dribble a basketball to 100 million and then wake up and say, well, I feel miserable. I don't know. That's, to me, that's worse. You waking up miserable with 100 million, and that's a powerful demon on you. And that's a spirit that lets any man, woman, or child understand that money cannot buy happiness. Absolutely. You understand? The Lord is in charge of your spirit being free from torment. You understand? You think the Lord can't torment you with while you're rich? Think about that, man. These people have to go through. What was it? I was just seeing who house just got broken in. Beyonce mother house in L.A. just got burglarized, and they stole $1 million in cash. She's sitting in there with $1 million in a vault somewhere, and jewelry and stuff like that. I don't know if it was $1 million in cash. Don't quote me on it, but I know it was like $1 million worth of jewelry or something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know it. Know when she's in and out of town. Know her schedule. People sitting there plotting, man. They don't understand that these people cannot trust a soul. I would love to have a podcast just interviewing the secrets of what went on, who all stole from you, what was the, just give me the tea of all the negative shit, excuse my language, stuff that happened to the rich people that they don't want to get out and make that bad press. You understand, that they don't want to talk about. Let's find out. Let's call these people and put them on there and tell the real what's going on. Because we don't want to wait till you're broke and you working at Walmart like regular people again. Yeah, and then then you want to go on the show and tell, well, so my agent was stealing this money, the lawyer stole that money, I got sued for this. We don't, man, tell a story now while you're rich, while you still got a couple dollars. Tell us what's going on right now, so the people can get over that thought of, I'm just gonna be rich one day and everything's gonna be all right and all my problems just gonna go away miraculously. You understand? That's not how things work here on earth. These people are being tormented. You feel me? To where they willing to jump out a window or commit suicide. That's how bad they got it. Y'all better look up these celebrity suicide death rates and rich people's suicide death rates. You would think poor people would be committing suicide at an alarming rate, man. It's these people. Yeah.
Mexicans, Native Americans, and you think we'd be standing in the street getting run over by cars or stuff. And we're not. It's like we got that pot of beans and that flour. We gonna make it work.
Right.
We'll talk to the Most High. We gonna make it work. But them, his airplane, he can't take the airplane as far as he wants. So he's getting that plane and fly into the building.
Man.
You know.
Family. Hey, I remember reading the headline. I don't know if it was about a year ago, man. The man tried to drive his home. He was in the Tesla. Hey, Shalom. The man was in the Tesla with his family, man. Tried to drive them all off. This is not funny. So, like, he was an Edomite. Tried to drive them all off the cliff. And everybody survived. So, like, I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh, but that's crazy. Think about that. The man say he tried to take himself and his whole family with him. Drove off a cliff, wrecked the car, and everybody survived. This is Salakia. This is what is going on in the world, man. You better be careful what you ask for, man. You want riches and seek riches. You might meet that man that's, you women out here, you might meet that man and have a family with you, and he's going through some dire demons, some dire problems, man.
Yeah.
And he ready to end it all and didn't tell you. You and your kids all in the car, and he ready to drive. Adolph is, hey, you say you put laughing my A off. Hey, listen, Salakia, that's what I'm just saying, man. Like, you might want to stick with your problems that you got right now, because people, that type of stuff is happening, man. It's not funny, but it's crazy. I couldn't even imagine. I wish a woman would. I get in the car and she ready to end it all, and I got my kids in the car too. That's gonna be an awkward ride in the ambulance.
Yeah, you have to get up.
That off a cliff, yeah. The ambulance ride is awkward, huh? When you survive, what happened when y'all wake up and heal up? Now y'all gonna talk that out.
And then the psych's gotta come and talk to you.
Yeah. Oh no, he went to jail for sure. But just imagine, how you look at your children. What? Think of the trauma of your children for the rest of their life, knowing that their father tried to kill them.
And no matter what he does, they're never going to believe that he's going to come back and say, "I'm sorry and I love you."
I ain't no sorry from that. I wouldn't believe him either. Hell, if my daddy drove me off a cliff with me and my mom in the car, hey man, pops, hey, you ain't my daddy no more. Just like
he didn't even die. He should have just died.
Man, ain't nobody died. They all survived. That's crazy. But that's the point. You sitting here trying to aspire to be rich and it's captive, and you're leaving your life in the hands of these people that's how they think. They're going through problems. They're gonna end it all.
Eat a bullet, jump out of the way.
Man,
take some pills, go sleep,
and they will take you with them. It's just like the government, right? They gonna sit. Listen, anything go wrong in that White House, man? Listen, they taking America with them, man. They over there starting wars and getting, and they going, man. You enlisted in that American army, man. Hey, listen, they don't care about what you your family and how many people you got, at home, and man, they putting you right on the front line, throwing you right out there, giving you that M16 or AR-15 or whatever, and they gonna put you right out there, man. You understand? Put you right out there, man. They don't care about that. You understand? The Lord is looking for you to remember yourself in this land of captivity, man. Remember yourself. That's what you got to do, man. Voting gonna get you less and less rights, man. You understand? Because the people that's coming into office are only protecting themselves, man. You understand? They don't care about our people, man.
These black people gonna wake up and understand that.
Yeah, they don't care about us, man. Our people are destroyed, and we're gonna show you. Let's get and this is all done by the Lord, man. I don't know if Daniel. Let's get Daniel 2:19. I don't know if I brought this one out last week. Let me see if I read it last week, but even the kings of the land is set up through the Most High, man. So we're gonna show you that. Slovakia, the book of Daniel. We get that. 2 and 19. All right. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 19. Right? It's no, I didn't bring this out last week. I definitely don't look familiar. So we're gonna bring it out today. It says, is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 19. It says, then there was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the God forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his. Verse 21. And he that changes the times and seasons. This is the characteristics of the Most High, right? Daniel is just uh, in this chapter. I mean, so like in these verses, he's showing you who the Most High is and why you should be putting your trust in Him. Because he said he that changeth the times and the seasons, right? So the Lord is responsible for changing the times and the season, meaning that for time, right? He's responsible. He's the God of time. Forget Chronos and all these other gods that they want to make the so-called Edomites want to say is the God of time, and the Lord is the God of time, right? He's the one that changes times. You know what I'm saying? And the seasons. You know, from it going from the four seasons, from spring to the fall to the winter to the I mean, it's like spring, summer, fall, and winter. I don't even know the season. That's skipping over summer. That's maybe because it's 110 degrees in Vegas. I don't even want to think about something. But the Lord is responsible for that, right?
That is true.
He removeth kings and setteth up kings, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? He removeth kings and setteth up kings, right? The Lord is responsible for the head of states in these countries, man. This government democracy, right? He's the one who allows for the Donald Trumps, the Joe Bidens, the Obamas to get into office, man. It's a reason on why all of these people are in office. They think that people are voting for them and all of these. That's maybe the process, if that's the real way they get in, who knows. But the Lord is responsible for them being risen up. You got to understand the Lord controls the spirit of people. He has the power to control your thoughts. So if you want to go, those that vote, they go to the polls and they pick their candidates. If that's the whole process, like we say with the so-called white man, he's very crafty, our oppressor. We don't know what kind of trickery he has on the the um the diplomatic process. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you voting yourself into these people in. But either way it goes, it doesn't matter if you vote or you don't vote, or if that's the way it works. However, understand that the Lord, no matter who gets in office, the Lord is responsible for them being there. So if the people chose uh, Donald Trump to be in office, is a reason Donald Trump is in office, and the Lord is behind Donald Trump being in office. If it's Joe Biden, then the Lord is behind Joe Biden. It's all a reason, and they're going to be hardened. Their heart is going to be hardened, just like Pharaoh, man. You understand? The Lord was in control of Pharaoh, not letting the children of Israel go out of Egypt, man, to go worship him. You understand that? The Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart just to bring him down, just to destroy him. This is the type of power we serve. He's in control of even the people that's not our people, man. The Lord controls them.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
If he wants you to learn, if the Lord wants us to see a hardened white man in office that's going to take away discrimination, is going to take away what is it? What was the other one? What was the one that with the colleges? Affirmative action. You understand that?
Yeah.
The Lord is, that's what it's going to take to wake you up, to you to realize that these people, your enemies, the Lord will put them in office. He's going to put the most vile person over us in office for us to come back to him, for us to remember ourselves. So your vote doesn't matter anyway. You could not vote Vote whatever you whatever you you voting. I'm saying don't vote because that's not what the law says for us to never to put someone over us that's not from our brother. However, what I'm saying is no matter if you did or didn't, the people that don't know that in the scriptures, it doesn't matter. No matter what you do, the Lord is in charge of setting up the kings and removing the kings.
Mhm.
Do you not know that?
He will and he does.
The people wanted a king, the first king of our nation, and the Lord made sure they got a wicked king in Saul because that's what the people hearts wanted. They wanted to be like the other nations and have kings. Before that, we had judges. Go ahead, sis. You have something to say?
This is they got him. They got what they asked for.
And that's the same thing he gonna do. He'll do in America for us. He'll give you what you want. You wanna you want some white man over you. You want some oppressor telling you making decisions for you. He's gonna give you one. He's gonna give you a Donald Trump. He's gonna give you one that'll you'll look and watch them storm the White House. You'll look and watch him praise the Tiki Torch people. You know what I'm saying? You'll get one that says there's some bad and good people on both sides. And we're speaking about the KKK. What's good about the KKK? That lynched black people and murdered our people, man, and put burned crosses and came in secrecy. You understand? And worked secretly against us.
They only got clean sheets. That's the only thing good. You know, their sheets are clean. They're white.
Right.
They have nothing good.
You understand that? So the Lord is in control of setting the kings up, according to the scriptures, man. Salaki, let's keep reading. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, and we have verse 21. He changes the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. Verse 22. He revealeth the deep and secret things. Excuse me. He knoweth what is in darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. Man, that's just giving you the characteristics of the Most High is unexplainable. You understand that? He knows what's done. He knows the darkness that's being done that we don't even see. He knows what they in them secret meetings, them top secret classified meetings that's in the White House, and he know where the cocaine came from and who's doing it in the White House that they don't know. According to them, they don't know where the cocaine just appeared. They ain't gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord know that all them people in there doing cocaine. They all in the White House having cocaine parties, and whores and prostitutes. Best believe it. You think it's not. Monica Lewinsky, ask her. You remember her, right? Remember Monica? She was dressed up as a what was she? Do you remember what she was? We know what that is, but what was her title?
I think she was a secretary.
Yeah, she was some secretary that they just hired for her to blow the president's rod, Paul Salaki. That's what her job was. She was the official rod blower of Bill Clinton.
That's what she was.
And that was her job, and that's what she was hired for, and that's what they do. They'll give women these jobs and put them in these positions, and then they'll be in the Oval Office blowing rods. Salaki.
You know it was a job because she don't have one.
Right, and nothing ever came out of it. Did he get impeached because I think he got, and he didn't listen. He didn't even get impeached because it happened. He got impeached because he lied about it. He went on there and he swore and he lied.
And she saved her confiscating dress.
Right.
Put it in the freezer.
And all that was politics too. You know what I'm saying? All these things that get revealed is all politics. You understand? They gotta have some dirt on the Democrat. Then the Republicans will do something. They got dirt on Trump. They know everybody's secrets amongst. They do espionage and all these things. Like what the hell happened?
And the scripture said that everything you do in dark will come to the light.
Yeah. Salagia. They know what they do anyway, right? They know that these people they know the dirt that's on all the presidents was on all. Come on now, you think these people ain't? How do you think they found out what Richard Nixon was doing? How do you think they be finding out what be going on? You know what I'm saying? It's because they're keeping the watch on each other. They don't trust each other. They know they vile and deceptive and dirty. You understand? That's how they know the policies and who's right. That's why when I think Trump and Biden was running, they was like, well, Trump is trying to say Trump racist, and then Trump say, well, hell, you signed this bill and you did, you signed a crime bill and all that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, all the dirt come out when they lobbying against each other and they battling. You gonna hear all of the atrocities come out that these people believe in. You know what I'm saying? And they secretly just go behind the door and them closed doors and agree to destroy you. Everything is going to come off the back of you. They know that the majority of the populace that's poor is us, and they're going to continue to destroy the poor of society. You know what I'm saying? If they gotta have some casualties amongst their own ranks as well, listen, hey, they believe that everybody can't make it. They're not trying to save everybody in their society. You understand? They'll let some of the people fall wasteland. You know what I'm saying, to the side, because if it means to continue to destroy, that they able to destroy you, then hey, their people is just a casualty of war, and the war is against you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You understand? And they want you to think that you are a part of society. When we just read that the Lord gives wisdom to the wise, knowledge to them that know, understanding, and he revealed the deep and secret things. He knoweth what's in darkness. You understand? He knows what's in darkness. He's in charge of setting up the kings of the earth. Right? Most High know how these people are. You might not believe it, Black woman, Black man. You think voting is the answer. That's not. That's listen. Y'all ain't gonna. We the more we believe in our enemies, the more we will continue to be destroyed, man. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I got any more on that. Let's get Judges chapter 3. This is what we got to do, man, to get up out of here, man. We're going to get Judges chapter 3, and we're going to start at verse 4. There's some more scripture, man, on this. It's the book of Judges chapter 3, verse 4, and it says, and they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. Salaki. Excuse me. Hold on. Let's start. We're gonna start at verse 1 so we can get a little context of what this is talking about. Right? It says, this is the book of Judges chapter 3, verse 1. It said, now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan. Right? What does it mean to prove Israel by them?
Testing.
Right? Sister said testing. And how do nations test us? How would the Lord send us to be tested by these other nations?
Putting us in the midst of them and seeing if we're gonna obey him or obey them.
Absolutely. Yes, that is correct, sis. The Lord tests us with making these other nations powerful, making these other nations seem as if they're mighty. They're risen up, they're big, powerful nations, man. And putting us right in the midst of these nations, man. Right? You're gonna, like the Lord said, he's gonna send us to be in captives in their land. What more than just think? It's different when you around the nation, you on your own land. That's different. That's ancient times. You in your own land, you got the other nations around you. It's a little, you able to The fact that you want to go be like them, that's just utter disregard for the Lord, right? Because you in your own land, you have the law, statutes, and commandments. You have what you need. You have your people, and you still choose them. That's the reason why to think about the disrespect that was to the Lord. Let's think about that for a second. How you have your own land, you have your own government set up, you have you better than everybody else, right? You know what to do. You know how to win every war. You know how to farm the land. You know what to eat, what not to eat. You have the breath of life. You understand that? You have the breath of life right there at your disposal, and you choose death. You choose to go against the Lord. You choose the knowledge of good and evil, to see that other side of the Most High when He gave you the breath of life. That's just a slap. Man, think about, and I think about this a lot. Think about how much time has passed, all these generations of your life that you come back to, all because in these generations you just chose to disobey your father, man. Think about how this sidetrack. We supposed to be going straight to us ruling forever and the promises and the glory, straight path. But we gotta veer and do a whole different route, right? That route is blocked off. We didn't want that. That route is closed. We didn't want the straight path. We wanted to go sideways and take the long route. And now we gotta suffer for thousands of years. You understand? All because you want to go be like the so-called white man. You want to worship their lifestyle, and you want to enjoy the fruits. You want to be live an alternative lifestyle and be free and all of these things and have choice. And oh man, I think I should be able to do what I want to do. You want to have free will, right? You want to have free will. You want to whatever your heart desire, you want to have. Whatever feelings you have inside, you want to exonerate them. You understand? You want to, you want them feelings to guide you. I feel like today I can eat whatever I want. I feel like today I can wear whatever I want. Some of you men and women feel like you want to be a woman, you just be a woman. You feel like you want to be a man, you're gonna be the man. You wives in the household, you feel like you can tell your husband what to do, you're gonna do it and disrespect him and disregard. You husbands, you want to be a punk in your family and let your woman rule over you. You want to do everything against the Lord, and now we got to go the long way. You understand that? And you have to be proven by these other nations to see if you're going to hearken on to the Lord, man. That's a shame. That is, just think about that for a second. Now he uses these other nations to prove what does he have. Let's see if they're going to listen. Like the sister said, are they going to listen to me or are they going to listen to them? Every time you vote and put them over you, man, you showing the Lord you're going to listen to them. Whatever they come up with is what you think is best. Right. And, that's what you prove. We're going to get that in the Maccabees in a second, too. I'm going to show you. This has been going on since the beginning of time. Let me find it first. But, yeah, we want to... I'm gonna get it in 1 second. You want to prove that their way is better than the way that the Most High set up.
It's definitely not.
That's what you want to show. You understand that they know better than the Lord, because why? You can't see the Most High, right? Mm-hmm. But all you Christians and all you people, y'all got faith. How do you have faith without work? Right? To show you got to show that you got faith. You can't say you got faith.
Faith is obedience. So the first thing you need to do is come out all the damn churches, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing about it is the church and the government is like this. You understand that? Mm-hmm. Your Christian pastors control the masses, and they're the ones that's telling you to vote. Yeah. They're the ones that's promoting you to vote. I think they hold the polls at their churches. Am I correct? A lot of the churches is where they set up the voting polls at for you to go pick that daddy, that white daddy for him to rule over you for 4 to 8 years. You understand? And that's the problem with us, man. We want to do everything but go to the Lord, man. And the Lord, and it's been going on for years and centuries and hundreds and thousands of years. And it's time that this generation wake up. This is the generation that must get it done. The fate of our nation is resting on our shoulders. What generation are we gonna? It's gonna take for this generation to pass too, and the next one to come, and you know what I'm saying, for us to get it right, or is this generation gonna finally hearken on to? Hold your point, says, finally hearken on to the Most High, and come out of, you understand, that come out of that feeble mind state that's causing us to continue to err. You understand? Let's read it a little bit more. And what was you gonna say, sister? Like,
Saying, I hope this, I pray this is the generation that does it, because the ones after us, yeah, mm-hmm, they still worry about being on the stage with no clothes on, you know?
right. Well, I was making a comparison before I got, that the nations back in those days, they were just surrounded by the other nations, right? And in these, not in all times, sometimes we were in their land as well, but this generation, we've been in America how many years? About 400, 500 years, 400 years, almost five, right? 1492 is when they came to America. So we've been over 600 years almost. It's 500, 600 years we've been here in America. So we are tasked with, we're inside the belly of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the belly of the beast right now. And we don't have the luxury of being in our own land where we where we have the option to have our government govern us, and we just choosing it. We have an ultimate test. I'm not gonna say which one is harder or which one is more difficult. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna compare in that contrast. However, look at what the battle is right now, and you learn from the battle that they fought, whether they was around those people or not. The battle is won with the strategy of returning to the Most High.
That's right.
Leaning on the Lord. That's the only winning strategy. It's very simple. It's very simple. Control the spiritual side of your life, and you will see the change in your people, not just yourself. It starts with yourself. If each person worry about themselves first, when it comes to changing who you are, right? Being born again, being a new creature in Christ, you understand, following the law, statutes, and commandments, gaining wisdom and understanding in the scriptures, then it will trickle down. Then you're able to teach others, and it will trickle down to others making that same exact change in their life. There is no vote that you can cast that's going to get you to do that. They're never going to tell you this knowledge. Why are you voting when the answer is right here in scripture? The answer isn't in a poll. You understand? The solution is not going to come through the government authorities. They're not. Before you know it, they'll take away welfare. You don't understand. The strategy is for us to come together. Mm-hmm. The Lord, if it takes for those oppressors to take away everything that they've given you and renege on every treaty that they've made with you in order for you to come stick together, then the Lord will do it.
Yes, He will.
He will do it, absolutely do it, and have no remorse or thought about it, because at the end of the day, what does it take for you to come back to the Lord? You understand? And at the end of the day, if it be the Lord will, that be His will, that we lose every program that we have, for them people to turn their back on us and for us to have to come together. And let's do it. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow, because we've been pacified, right, by them producing everything for us and us following their way of life. However, we can make that comeback, you understand, to the times of right after slavery, when all we had was us. You understand? And we can build back the Black Wall Streets. We can build back the infrastructures that we need, and let's get them out the way. We can start teaching the correct curriculum to our people, you understand, and get them back, you know what I'm saying, and up to a point of morality where they have a sense. First, teaching morals. You understand? That's what this Bible gives us: accountability and morals. You understand? Because you're not going to appreciate an education if you don't have a moral compass. You don't stand for something. Because an educated person without morals is just going to be a smart criminal.
Yeah.
You understand that? You know, think about how many people that have education, but they use they smart. Some of the smartest, most brilliant people are in jail right now. Right now, they smart. They over here building goddamn. They over here building amazing things out of toilet paper and plastic and toothbrushes. They'll build you a goddamn mural of whatever. They'll build you a map of the world from toothpaste.
And they get out and just. But he says people perish for lack of knowledge, right?
Right. You understand? They will definitely. The Lord has a way to reach us, right? So let's read this back. So now that we got the context, we in the book of Judges, chapter 3, and we're gonna skip down to we read. Let's read up. We're gonna start from the beginning, man. It was a little long-winded, Salagi. So this is the book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 1. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel as had not known all of the wars of Canaan. Only the generations of the children of Israel might know, to teach them war, at the least such as before knew nothing thereof. Namely, 5 lords of the Philistines and all the Canaanites, and the Sidonians, Sidonians, and the Hivites that dwell in the Mount Lebanon, from the Mount Baal Hermon unto the entering in of Hamath. Verse 4. And they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. Verse 5. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Verse 6. And they took daughters to be their wives, and gave daughters to their sons, and served their gods. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and forgot the Lord their God, and served Baalim, and the groves. Right? Once again, this is showing you that we lived amongst these people. We're doing the same things that we did in America. We're serving their gods. We're amongst these people. We're living their life. We're marrying, interracial marriage. For those y'all who think it's okay, the Lord was very angry with us mixing with those other nations.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right here in America. Imagine you having a white wife and you telling her you don't want to put a white man in office over you. That she ain't trying to hear that. You can't go around her father and say that, well, I don't vote for the president because, I don't believe that a white man should be over me. They're going to look at you like, what?
Sally, get this nigga out my house.
Right. A lot of them white folks think they did you justice in slavery. They civilized you. You were wild savages. You understand? They think they believe that some good came out of slavery. They built a great and powerful nation from your blood, sweat, and your tears. And a lot of them feel like that was just what had to happen during that time. And they feel no remorse for what happened. That's what happens when you live in this land and you love your oppressor. Your oppressor is a vile, wicked beast. You understand? That wants to do nothing but destroy you and wants you to serve their God, the mighty dollar and that white Jesus. You understand? Worship everything that is white. The angels to them are white. The Lord is white. God's son is white. Everything is white. If it ain't white, it ain't right in America. You understand? But we here to tell you, if it ain't black, it ain't right. You understand? If it ain't black, it's whack. You know what I'm saying? We got things that rhyme too. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't black, it's whack. You understand?
Black, be back.
Right. If it ain't, just say if it ain't black, get back. You understand? So that's the thing. We served them and we did wickedness in the sight of the Lord, man. And that's what you will be doing come November. Come November and you sitting here playing this game in America, you are going against the Most High and doing continuing in your wickedness, making marriages with these people. You are continuing in your wickedness. Right? Verse 8. Therefore, the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hand of the Shushan Rish, Salagish, Rishatham, king of Mesopotamia, Shushan Rishhathaim, king of Mesopotamia. And the children of Israel served Cushan Rishathaim 8 years. And when the Lord of Israel cried, look at that, 8 years. That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Mhm.
8 years. How long the presidents be in office? About 8 years, right?
Yeah.
And when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord raised up a deliverer to the children of Israel, who delivered them, even Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. Right? And that's what we have to do, man. We have to cry unto the Lord for him to raise up our people, man. And that's what he's doing right now. He's heard your cries. He heard the cries of those that was getting hung on those trees. He heard the cries of those that were in slavery, getting their back beat. You understand? Your God is a merciful God, man. He heard your cries when you were getting lynched and you were getting set on fire. You know what I'm saying? They was running in your house, raping your wives. You understand? They was buck breaking and runaway slaves. He heard those cries, man, and he delivered the Isupk, man, to rise up and to teach you in this generation, right? He delivered us, Commanding General Yohana, man. You understand? To deliver the people, man. You understand? There's always someone that he raises up in every generation to fight these battles, to give you the strength. What we have to worry about is those that's among us that are traitors, that want to destroy those prophets, to make the truth, turn the truth into a lie. And that's what these fake pastors do. You understand? That's what these government officials doing. They're turning the truth of the Most High into a lie. And we have to stay away from these people, man. We have to get far, far from them. And it's been happening since the time beginning of the times, man. We reading this in the book of Judges. We got more. Look, I'm gonna read to you in Maccabees, where we've been doing this since the beginning of time, man. This gonna be I think I got about 8 minutes. So I'm gonna read this and we're gonna try and get through this, okay? All right, so this is the book of we're gonna get the book of Maccabees, chapter 1, and we're gonna start we're gonna start let me see. We're gonna start at verse. We're gonna start at verse 10. Right? It's first Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse 10. All right. We're gonna get that. So this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. This is heavy when you read this in the records, man, in our culture, because that's exactly what these Christians do, man. These Christian pastors, that's exactly what they do. That's what your rich elite, they do, man. They say, don't go against the white man. Let us join their system and be better at it. Let's figure out a way to win in their game. You understand that?
Just that the pastors are the ones that's winning. The people are just supposed to sit there.
Well, it's a game that it's not meant for our people to win on a major level. Like you said, only the people that's making that covenant with them are the ones that's gonna win. The ones that's the leaders, the so-called leaders of our society have sold you out to your oppressors. They go to the government and they get the financial aid. They get the political favors. You understand why you sitting there voting? You the one catching hell. Your taxes getting raised. You understand everything getting more expensive. Meanwhile, these people got a corner. I think what was it? Jesse Al Sharpner. One of them had a office in the White House, sitting there, just got the president's ear. He can go to the president anytime and talk to him, but we don't know what the hell he in there talking about. He ain't telling them to help his people. You get what I'm saying? That's how they do. Like he said, in those days there were wicked men. This is a wicked act. He didn't call these men righteous. He said they were wicked. You understand? Who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go make a covenant with the heathen." This is what they want you to essentially do here in America. They want you to Puff Daddy telling you vote or die. That's him telling you go make a covenant with the heathen, man, with the people that's not your people, man. When he told you vote or die, he's telling you let's go to them. You got to understand. It was only two candidates that emerged a potential winner. It's either going to be Trump or Biden, Obama or Bush or whatever, or who's Romney or whoever the hell was running against who was running against Obama that year in 2008. 2008 was it Mitt Romney? Not Mitt Romney. Who was it? It was one of them. No, it was. No, Hillary was out of it. Who was the? It was Obama and what's the guy name? I can't think of the. Y'all type it in the chat if y'all remember who was running with against Obama for the Republicans. But anyway, yeah. So huh?
Was it McCain?
Nah, he was no. McCain wasn't it. McCain. It was the other guy. He ain't ran another time. He was some weak. What they thought was a weak white man. Let me see. Obama. I gotta look it up. He's on the map. Obama verse. It might have been McCain. Nah, McCain is I think was Democrat. No, what Republican? Oh no, it was John McCain. Yeah, it was McCain. You're right. It was somebody else in 2012.
That man had money, I think.
Let me see. In 2012, it just popped up. No.
Mitt Romney, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was Mitt Romney in 2012. But anyway, either way it go, we lost. You understand? We make a covenant with them. Those celebrities that all told you to vote or die and vote for Obama, they the ones who benefited from that. They know that it don't matter about who's in president as long as they have money. They the ones who got the political campaigns and favors from Obama for doing that. You see the Puff Daddies and all them, they companies never suffered. You ain't hear not one. Next thing you know, Puff Daddy he getting Ciroc. Think about when did Puff Daddy? I guarantee. Watch this. When did Puff Daddy join Ciroc? Let's see. No. When did Puff Daddy join Ciroc? So in 2007, right? And in 2013, he had another liquor called Deleon come out with tequila. But it's right around the same time. These people joining these companies, they're slightly 2007, 2008, no different. He promoted Vote or Die probably in 2007. You know what I'm saying? Because Obama, I think, they come into office in what, January, right? Right?
I believe so, yeah.
That's when they officially become president.
Yeah.
But the vote and all that is done in '07, the year before, right?
Right. And
So,
November?
Yeah, November, the year before, and then they sworn in that January, that next coming year, right? So think about that. So during that time, P Diddy is getting a alcohol partnership, and you best believe he made sure that was in every store. You knew about it. You was drinking it all summer long, enjoying it because they live deliciously while you poor. They get rewarded with successful companies and able to jump into the alcohol business. You understand? Because they do a great job promoting wicked men, telling you to make a covenant with your enemies. You understand that? And they prosper and you continue in hell. You understand? I'm gonna read a couple more and this is gonna be it. And it says, let me read that from it says, verse 11. In those days went out there of Salaki, went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we've had much sorrow. That sounds just like us getting off that plantation, man. Since we've departed from them, we've been struggling. Now, don't that sound like what Martin Luther King said? For us to go and be able to buy and spend all our money at Walmart and not be able to go to Craig and Woolworth, Walmart, whatever. For us not to be able to go to your mom and pop store, Martin Luther King said, we've had much sorrow since we have to drink from colored only fountains, since we had to go eat colored only breakfast and lunch and dinner and diners and colored only banks and colored only everything. We've had much sorrow. That's what your leaders are telling you. And we on our own, we have much sorrow since we don't have our oppressor, you know what I'm saying, holding our hand, which is not the case. The Lord wants you to separate from them. You understand? The Lord wants you to return to and remember yourself in the land of your captivity. You understand? To find yourself. And we are lost. That's why we refer to as the lost sheep. But guess how we're going to find ourselves? It's not through voting. It's through scriptures. It's through the Bible, the principles, the culture of the Bible, which is a Israelite culture that's for blacks, Hispanics, and natives only. That teach us the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, man. Let's keep reading. Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Man, this sounds like America back in the Greek times. We reading from the Apocrypha, man. Ain't that what we do? We go get a business license to follow the ordinances of the heathen. This is reincarnation, regeneration. You understand? All over again. Egypt, Rome, Babylon, all of the four kingdoms of the mighty kingdoms that was risen up on the earth, all over again in one. Because we're doing the exact same thing, going to our enemy to get the ordinances renewed. You know what I'm saying? For us to get license. License means to, let's look up the word license. I don't think people understand. I learned this a long time ago. License. My spelling is stupid. License, a permit from an authority to own or use something, to do a particular thing. Right? So we went to them to get a permit for us to do things. You know what I'm saying? Freedom to behave as one wishes, especially in a way that results in excessive or unacceptable behavior. Right? A reason or excuse to do something wrong. Formal or official permission to do something. These are all the definitions, right? And this is what we went to them to get license, permission to do after the ordinance of the heathen. We went to them for permission to worship them, permission to follow their rules and regulations. That's exactly what we're doing in America.
Yeah.
We're voting and we're getting permission for us now to have to go be able to cook and sell food, permission to marry a woman, permission to start you a business, to do trade, permission to travel the waters. You need permission to travel the road. You understand? The white man, you go to your oppressor and these heathens for everything, and you got to get permission to navigate this land. Huh? You understand? This is what we looking for. This is what they built. You understand? Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. That's what you see right now. Look, turn on your TV. You got all this Olympic stuff going on, man. You understand? This is prophecy right here coming back. I mean, not prophecy, so like this is history that's repeating itself. You understand? Over and over, man. This is the same things going on. You getting permission to do things, normal everyday stuff, and them giving you more and more things of exercise, more and more games to play, more and more sports, right? To keep you occupied, keep you happy while they slowly take every power and authority from you and continue to have it in their hand and guide you and tell you what to do, when to do, how to move. You understand? And you vote for it every year, every 4 years or whatever type of election that comes up. It ain't the presidential. You're voting for your governor. You're voting for your mayor. You're asking for more and more permission to do after the ordinance of the heathen, man. It says, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant. That's exactly what we're doing. We're forsaking the holy covenant of the Most High by going to these other nations, man. The Lord told us to never put someone over us that is not our brethren. So voting is not an option for a Black, Hispanic, or Native. You understand? And joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. You understand? This just, like I said, man, it's just a little history on how we got into this predicament. I was in on I had to finish the voting breakdown. It's a long breakdown, which is so powerful in this topic today because it's coming up in November. You're gonna start to see all of the crookedness and the people angered and riled up during this time. Is when a lot of mass shootings are gonna happen. A lot of people are, you're gonna see the people jostling for mind control over the public to see who's gonna be with who. The more dirt that can happen while Biden is in office, it makes the Republicans look good. They're going to continue to try to suppress the Republicans, you know what I'm saying, and dirty up the Republicans. The Republicans are trying to dirty up the Democrat. It's all a fight for your love. You understand? It's all a fight for you to remain in captivity and for you to remain partnered with them. You understand? And keep the illusion of inclusion over your head to make you think you're a part of this courting process that they have for your candidate of choice. When all we have to do is remember ourselves, understand, in the scriptures and come back to the law statutes of the Most High. And that will be our power. And that is what our refuge is. You understand? Find refuge in the Lord. And that's what's going to deliver us a better quality of life right here in America. The kingdom of heaven is going to be established right here. You understand? It's going to start right here. You understand? And before you know it, you'll start to see that people are changing. You know what I'm saying? And the mentality of our people is changing, and we're coming back to our laws, and we are able to navigate clear in this condition that we're in. I'm Most High in Christ, no sweat. Hey, Shalom Yahba Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Allah, appreciate you for checking in. But yeah, with that, once again, man, like and subscribe, share the channel. Is the ISUPK Las Vegas. We started out on 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. You understand? If you are black, so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, man, make sure you like and share our classes and tune in. You understand? You need this information. This is directed towards you to survive this captivity. These messages and these lessons are geared towards our people to uplift you in this condition that we are in, this hell condition, and get us to a state to where the Lord is pleased with his people. You understand? And get us to remember ourselves and our culture. And our culture is found in this Bible, man. And with that, shalom. Class dismissed. The water.